Ah, bollocks. Okay guys, welcome to PlayStation Sunday. Yep, I know I've just made that up, but it's got quite a nice ring to it, so that's what I might do. I might play a PlayStation game every Sunday, who knows. As I was mentioning, one of my sort of long-term subscribers, Jamie, he was commenting on my, what was I playing, one of the games, of PlayStation games, and he says that he's glad to see that I'm now playing PlayStation games, and I said to him, it's funny how, but even now I regard PlayStation as being a modernish console, but you know what, it's now over 20 years ago that it first came out, so I think I can really now start to sort of look at these games as being older games, so I am going to start playing them. So anyway, this is a veritable classic. This is Resident Evil, the very first one. Now I remember getting this back in 1995 and it's scaring the absolute bejesus out of me. Obviously I'm not going to play it for very long, you know, it could take hours and hours and hours. Now I'm ashamed to say I've never actually completed this game. Never actually completed it. It wasn't for the lack of trying. Now you do tend to forget that the PlayStation's quite slow to actually load.
Resident Evil.
I mean, this game, I know people say Alone in the Dark started the survival horror. Well, you know, yeah, possibly it did come up with the very first survival horror game. You could argue that 3D Monster Maze was the first survival horror game, but this was the game that really put horror games on the map. It was the first game that it genuinely was scary. I mean, you know, you never played a Commodore 64 game that scared you, you know, just apart from you were maybe terrified of how bad it was, but you know, suddenly when you had the power to put a game out that really did scare the shit out of you. So anyway, let's watch the intro and just wallow in the nostalgia.
Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Severed hand? It certainly is.
Joseph!
No! Don't go!
Acting is bloody awful, just as I remember it.
Jill, run for that house!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine.
Yeah, baby.
Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
Fantastic. You just don't get games like that anymore, do you? Excellent. That brought back a few memories seeing that. I mean, I remember watching that, and I was just, I mean, in fact, me and my mate, we when I bought it, we came up to my house.
I don't know what happened.
I'll shut up now. Enjoy the acting.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Yeah, let him go on his own. We'll just sit here and stay out of danger.
Chris,
Good luck.
take care.
Oops. And here's the notorious slow opening doors, which allowed the machine to actually load. Right, how do we play this? Here we go. It's got the kind of Dalek controls. I mean, the controls in this game were pretty awful, and they've never actually improved them. Basically, left and right turn you, pushing straight ahead makes you walk. Now, is it me, or is his head extremely small looking for his body? Now again, I'm playing this through an emulator on the PC, so it may look slightly nicer than it did in the actual original hardware. But you can't ever understate just what a groundbreaking this game was. Yeah, people who've been reared on the sort of Xbox 360 or, you know, are going to look at this and just laugh. But this game was genuinely it scared the bejesus out of you. It really did. Yeah, it may look... I can't even remember how to... Oh shit. How do I fight? I can't remember what buttons do what. Whoa, run! Oh well, man, I've got to equip the knife, that's what I've got to do, right. Equip, there we go. Exit. That's it, right, where are you, big boy? Gotta get the timing right. Ah, away you go! The controls are just as cumbersome as I remember. Oops, you'll get up again, I'm sure. There we go. Get off! But this game is excellent. Yeah, it's dated an awful lot. Get! Bloody hell! I mean, you can just see how difficult it is. There we go, that's him going. It's been a long time since I played this. I'm trying to think, is it up through here and upstairs possibly? But yeah, this was obviously, it was released in Japan and it was called Bioshock, and then they ported it, bollocks, then they ported it to obviously the European market and they renamed it Resident Evil. I don't know why they changed the name, no idea. They seem to do that quite a lot with video games, I don't know why. I can understand if a word maybe means something particularly offensive in another country, but I don't know. But yeah, I think there was Resident Evil 2, there was, you know what, was there a third one in the PlayStation? I can't remember exactly, but I think we're up to 6 or 7 now. I believe the last one, oh, was that something flashing? I believe number 6 was particularly awful. Something's flashing. There was a sort of a remaster of this on the GameCube, and it's possibly the best version of the original game.
Wesker? Jill?
Mr. Tiny Head.
What happened to Jill and Wesker?
What the hell is that? Is that a gun or something? I'll be taking that, I think. Thank you very much. I think we shall equip it as well. The way the kind of perspective changes, I always found a wee bit confusing. No, wait a minute, I want to push. Ah, you get! Bugger off! Oops, a daisy. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's kind of like trying to control a remote controlled car, trying to control the movement. But I'll tell you, for an old game, even now, it's still got a lot of suspense. Yeah, the graphics, you know, we've become, you know, completely spoiled when you look at the graphics of modern sort of horror games. But you know, this was epic. This was absolutely epic back in the day. You know, it launched the survival horror genre. You know, it probably peaked, in my opinion, with number 4, Resident Evil 4. That is a phenomenal game. Never played 5. I think that was the first one where you had a female sort of colleague. It was a sort of computer controlled one. Never ever played that. I did play 6 a wee bit, but that's so daisy. Yeah, they'd kind of lost their way at that point. There was other games that came along that were probably better. Come on. Okay, anyway, I was hoping to get to the wee, the first real jump scare, which we all know is when the dogs leap through the window. I think that was probably most people's first genuine massive fright. Although saying that, I would say the first fright I got with a video game was with the Exploding Fist in the C64 when it was loading. When it came up with the loading screen, it used to let out this almighty kind of scream, and that was the first time I really shot myself playing a computer game. But yeah, this was the first game that really just set a fantastic atmosphere. Seems to be a dead end, I think. Yeah. I mean, the atmosphere was created just with the sort of minimalist sound, you know, the footsteps and that kind of stuff. You know, obviously the music really added to it as well, but it was a wonderful piece of, you know, script writing as well as being a really nice game. If I remember rightly, did I push that? Oh shit. Get off! It's savagely hard, it really is. It's game over. Anyway guys, listen, that is it. That is the mighty Resident Evil, and that's on the PlayStation. As usual guys, thank you very much for watching.